Which Azure component is responsible for managing resources such as virtual machines, databases, and storage accounts? A. Azure Resource Manager. B. Azure Active Directory. C. Azure Monitor. D. Azure DevOps. The correct answer is A. Azure Resource Manager. Azure Resource Manager, ARM, is responsible for managing resources such as virtual machines, databases, and storage accounts. Azure Active Directory is for identity and access management. Azure Monitor is for monitoring and diagnostics, and Azure DevOps is for development and collaboration. You need to ensure that your application can scale automatically based on demand. Which Azure service should you use? A. Azure Functions. B. Azure Virtual Machines. C. Azure App Service. D. Azure Kubernetes Service. The correct answer is C. Azure App Service. Azure App Service provides built-in auto-scaling capabilities to handle varying loads. Azure Functions is for serverless computing, Azure Virtual Machines require manual scaling, and Azure Kubernetes Service is for container orchestration, which also requires configuration for auto-scaling. Which Azure service provides a unified management portal for monitoring, managing, and optimizing your cloud infrastructure? A. Azure Portal. B. Azure Advisor. C. Azure Security Center. D. Azure Cost Management. The correct answer is A. Azure Portal. Azure Portal provides a unified management portal for monitoring, managing, and optimizing your cloud infrastructure. Azure Advisor offers recommendations, Azure Security Center focuses on security, and Azure Cost Management helps with cost optimization. A company needs to manage user access to various Azure resources securely. Which service should they implement? A. Azure Policy. B. Azure Active Directory. C. Azure Key Vault. D. Azure Sentinel. The correct answer is B. Azure Active Directory. Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, is used to manage user access to various Azure resources securely. Azure Policy is for enforcing organizational standards, Azure Key Vault is for managing secrets, and Azure Sentinel is for security information and event management. Which Azure component is essential for creating and managing a network in Azure? A. Azure Virtual Network. B. Azure Traffic Manager. C. Azure Load Balancer. D. Azure Express Route. The correct answer is A. Azure Virtual Network. Azure Virtual Network VNet is essential for creating and managing a network in Azure. Azure Traffic Manager is for DNS-based traffic routing. Azure Load Balancer distributes network traffic, and Azure Express Route provides private connections to Azure. You need to monitor the performance and health of your Azure resources. Which service should you use? Azure DevTest Labs. B. Azure Monitor. C. Azure Logic Apps. D. Azure Automation. The correct answer is B. Azure Monitor. Azure Monitor is the service used to monitor the performance and health of Azure resources. Azure DevTest Labs is for development and testing environments. Azure Logic Apps is for workflow automation, and Azure Automation is for automating tasks.